What's up, guys? It is what? Friday.
Hot seat.
Hot seat live at 6 now.
It's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
New time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Not 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you for your patience, by the way.
Thank you for your patience. We are here.
Yes.
We are here and very excited.
Man, there's a lot of stuff happening.
A lot of stuff happening. Guys, I want to talk about something right now before we get started. And, we got some great content for you today. But, we were a couple minutes behind, but for very good reason.
Oh, yeah.
We were in a very important meeting. I can't disclose any information, but it was a very important meeting nonetheless. But when the time comes, you guys will be fulfilled on all that information. But what I will tell you is there has been a shift happening in the industry as far as marketing. Very, very big.
Yes.
And everybody's always trying to figure out like what to do, for marketing, how to learn things and things like that. But everybody seems to copy, a little something off of something, but they never get really the meat and potatoes. They never get the resources unless they come to Ace and Rich, right?
Right.
Where did Ace and Rich learn the resources from too, though, right? So there's always like, where's that main source, right? Well, stay tuned, guys. If you are here on the hot seat from now into the future, when we actually announce it, you're going to know exactly where the source comes from as far as to know the marketing from the actual source, okay? Where it all comes from back in the day.
So let's see who is joining us here live on the hot seat. Let's give a couple shout outs to our loyal following and subscribers, our fans. We love you guys, right? Without the fans, Ace and Rich wouldn't be who we are.
I know.
It's the fans. The fans, man. The fans. All right.
David Gibson. How you doing, my man?
Good to see you.
Let's see here. Deborah
Swanson. Good
Warner.
to see you.
Hey, Warner. What's
Dave
happening?
Toomey. All right. Good to see you. Dylan Cruz. Good to see you as well. Dylan, how you doing,
Lindsay,
Dylan? Fire.
What's happening? We
Love
got
it.
Lindsay over here as well.
Kevin Cole.
All
right.
Let's see. Who else we got?
Bilby.
Hey, Bilby.
Hola.
Just to let you know, I went all in on Ethereum. It's paying off.
Any cryptocurrency people out there?
Let's see here. I love Kevin. He says, "Dudes, what's up?"
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Let's see. So more people hopping on as we speak, guys.
Start a watch party now.
Yes,
do it right now. I didn't even get a chance to do it, Rich. I was like too busy trying to get everything together, and I was just like, wait a minute, I didn't even get a chance to start the watch party.
Oh, where am I tablet?
No. But share, guys. Share this. Give us likes, hearts, all that good stuff. What am I working on? What am I, gunslinger over here with two freaking cell phones? I'm like, okay, I'm going to share here, and I'm going to share on your phone too.
So, guys, we got some great content for you. We really want to go over mindset today and really break it down to really help you really how to have a breakthrough in your life and your business and really just crush it right in 2021. So, anyways, yes, what are you doing?
I'm doing it, but you better make sure you're looking in the right camera.
I am looking in the right camera. I'm looking at you. Yes.
I'm looking at you.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
Oh, my goodness.
Am I looking at you?
Okay, Rich. All right.
We got multiple cameras. We got a camera over here, camera over
there. No, I'm just making sure I share, man. I'm just making sure I'm sharing.
Making sure she starts a watch party. See, guys, we don't tell you to do anything unless we do it ourselves.
Gotta be sharing.
Okay, that's integrity. Now, let's see here. Deborah Miller says, I am in crypto. Oh, cool.
Hey.
Guys, I had some other crypto going on. And it was ZRX was one of them. Made a great trade on that. And also, when it comes to Ethereum, made an extra $500 on that, which was really cool. I'm excited about that.
That's a great ROI right there.
In one day, right?
Not bad, man.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
So what I'm going to do
Not
now is I'm going to let it sit there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let it grow a little bit more.
Okay.
Because you know what happens every time Bitcoin actually goes up? Ethereum follows. Never fails. Just got to be patient. Now, let's get into the content.
Yes,
guys,
we're going to be talking about the 5 elements of
the 5 key elements of life.
Yes.
Now, we do not, this isn't from us. This is from the late Jim Rohn.
Oh, I love him.
And I love Jim Rohn, and I felt the need to really talk about Jim Rohn today.
You know what I like about Jim Rohn, Rich? I love the fact how he actually comes out and he says, I'm an amateur on the Bible.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
I love when he does that.
So, we really felt the need to really open up and talk about Jim Rohn today because for me, when I was struggling and I was like, and I lost it all and I was just trying to get back on top again, it was psychologically affecting me. And I used Jim Rohn to help me build my strength up, my mindset, and really understand these elements that we're going to be talking about today. Okay, because I needed to really focus on these key elements for me to actually be strong again. From really having strength and then having weakness and then having strength again. There's no way I could have have this strength if it wasn't for listening to Jim Rohn every day in my car, in my Jeep, driving to work, driving back, driving to work, driving back. 4 years.
Turning that car into a mobile university, right?
So what I did.
Yeah.
Mobile university, baby.
Yes.
That's what helped out a lot.
Isn't that great?
So I want to talk about the 5 key elements of life that he talks about that I kept listening to over and over and over again until I just planted it right here in my brain because I needed it. I really needed it. I wanted it, but I also needed it because I was going through some challenging times.
Aren't we all?
Homeless and not having a place to live and, being in Motel 6 and, going to work and looking for an apartment and we got shot down.
Yeah.
It was just really frustrating. It wasn't easy to find a place. But the Lord upstairs provided, and I know you kept the faith, and she found something.
I kept my faith, no matter when I was down and out. You know what? I'm never amazing. Out. God was there with us, definitely.
Yeah. So, guys, these are the 5 key elements of life we're going to be going over right now. And I'll let you start first because I know you love Jim Rohn and everything.
Well, where do you want me to begin? I mean, there's so many different aspects. I mean, do you want me to start with mindset or like?
I want you to start off with philosophy.
Oh, I did a post about this the other day, and I asked a bunch of people on Facebook, and I put it like a trivia question. I think everybody played in it. It's still getting actual hits, actually. This post, and I said the successful people work first on this particular thing, and a lot of people said mindset, and I'm like, yeah, but that's too generalized. You know what I mean? Like you got to be specific, and the real answer is philosophy. Yeah. Right? You got to have the right philosophy. And I saw a bunch of people like posting different stuff, but philosophy is the foundation, right? It's the foundation of these elements that are all part of your life. And we break those elements down into like 5 principles, like 5 keys, right? 5 categories, right? And it's determined by the way we think, right? Our thoughts, our ideas, the information that we're gathering, from our environment.
I always
say
that it's always external what affects you. It's not really
the environment.
Yeah, it's not coming from you.
Right.
You're just adopting those philosophies.
Exactly. Yeah. So your philosophy is influenced, it's influenced by people who you surround yourself with, by the people that you associate with, by the people you listen to and you get your message from. And we know that a lot of people in this country are getting the wrong philosophy.
Absolutely.
They're getting the wrong philosophy right now. A lot of people are just kind of like, I don't know, man. I'm like, where do you get this shit from?
I know. Right?
What books are you reading? I mean, good grief. But these influence our behavior and habits, right? And then you start seeing this happen. And from this point, everything takes a specific direction, right? It either goes straight or it goes, irregular, right? So it's either straight and narrow or you go totally opposite. And our philosophy is the result of our knowledge, right? What we're learning, how the process. We always talk about the process.
What up, Adam?
We talk about the process. Hey, Adam. And we talk about the process and how, literally it's like a baggage that we carry. We carry this baggage, and it's during our life that we go through this particular journey. We carry this baggage with us. And that baggage can be really, really heavy if it's the wrong philosophy.
Yes.
Okay. So if you find yourself right now, we talk to you like this because we're entrepreneurs. So I assume everybody here is an entrepreneur, unless you're aspiring to become one. You need to talk to us. Yes. But entrepreneurs need to understand that you have to have the right philosophy. Otherwise, you have the wrong philosophy, then you'll wonder why things are not working out the way you want them to work out in your life, right? It's so important that before you decide to change course or change the direction, choose something, but understand you're going to be coming across this point in your life known as the crossroads. Okay, there's a crossroads, right? Remember that movie we watched? Remember that movie, Rich? It was called Crossroads, right? With the devil and
it was,
the guy who was that? Who was that?
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio from The Karate Kid, right?
And Steve Vai.
And Steve Vai, right? Yeah. And he was playing the guitar, right? And then he came to a crossroads because he wanted to be successful, but he was willing to sell his soul to the devil.
Yeah, he was willing to sell his soul.
Oh, right.
Take the shortcut.
See, a lot of people are actually like that right now. Yeah. They're like, man, I want this real bad, and I'm willing to give up everything, including my soul. Yeah. Right? But you know what? I'm telling you right now, you're not going to have things as quick. You got to learn to be patient.
And not only that, but I do want to chime in here.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that's been going on,
Yeah.
it's not your fault.
No.
It really isn't.
It really
isn't.
Yeah.
The philosophies that you've learned over the past, is it really your fault? I mean, did you really have a choice to be born into that philosophy? No, you didn't, right? So when we have to learn new philosophy, we have to purposely work on what we want to learn. We have to force our minds to learn new philosophy because it's easy to accept old philosophy because our subconscious mind already understands it. It accepts it. So it's easy to just approve it when it goes in, right?
But here's the effed up part about all of this, okay? It's when it happens, it comes at the coming of age, right? The maturity stage where you're like aware. You don't hear this shit when you're like 12 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't hear this shit when you're like 12 years old and I'm like, hey, mom and dad, I want a new philosophy. No, it doesn't work like that. It actually works when there's a point in your life, you're in this crossroads and you're on a journey, and then you come to a point of awareness, and then you're like, you know what? There's a lot of stuff that's happening in my life and I got to know why. And then you start reading books and then these authors start figuring it out for you, right? And they start telling you, you got a messed up philosophy.
Well, you know, the thing about it is, I mean, you look at like, politicians, wealthy people.
Yes.
What happens? Why is it that their kids grow up and they're also wealthy and they follow suit, right?
Right.
It's because they don't go to the same schools as you've gone to, and also your kids have gone to. Okay. And you really have to think about that. And this is what really gets me is like, they will instill philosophy in your mind and tell you, hey, public school this, public school that. But the reality is they don't send their kids to actual public schools.
Right.
So this is why I always have that, my own philosophy I've learned right through the greats. Don't listen to what people say, watch what they do.
Oh, that is so spot on. Pow, dude.
Oh,
Pow. Exactly. Exactly. You want to make sure that you actually, judge people not based on what they say, but definitely, watch what they do. There's a lot of people that, there are a lot of posers out there, they talk a big game, but they don't practice what they fucking preach.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And are you guys getting value from the hot seat today?
You guys loving it?
Talking about? This is
what?
awesome. I love this new style that we got. We got both our mics and we're like
diving
diving back and forth about this topic because philosophy is, if we could spend all day on philosophy, but we got more other things to talk about. We got to move on.
Yeah, definitely. Philosophy is important.
Yeah.
So let's go to number 2, and really, attitude is everything in your life. Your attitude. When you wake up in the morning, what is your attitude like?
Yeah.
Are you being negative? Are you being pessimistic?
This is big.
If you're getting up in the morning and you're being pessimistic, well, welcome to your life, because that's the emotion you chose that day when you first got up, right? Which
I mean, you know me. I'm like the big comedian here at Freedom by Design. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I will say this, Rich. You remember that scene in the movie? I love teaching from analogies from movies because movies have messaging, right? They have certain kind of message. And Jim Carrey is in the movie where Evan was it Bruce Almighty, and he's in the bed, and his attitude. He wakes up in the morning and he's just like, he hears the alarm clock going, bam, 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 and he's like, time to go to work, go to the job, right? The journey of the bro, and then all of a sudden he's like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to get up. I love the sheets. I love the bed. I love how it feels. And then all of a sudden he's like, fuck, I got to go to work.
Yeah, exactly. But you really got to think about your attitude every single day of your life. Yeah. Now I'm not going to say you'll be perfect every single day, right? We're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
But the fact is that we can create our own attitudes, and we have a choice to create the right attitude when we get up in the morning or when we get out of work, right? Now, don't get me wrong, when I was working 12-hour days, until night, think about this. I drove home.
Yeah.
I had a choice to create a good attitude for my business when I got home at night. I could have had a pessimistic attitude, but I always had an optimistic attitude when I was driving home from work. When I was driving to work, I always created a positive attitude before I even got in the door. That's why people were like, I don't know, a lot of people didn't like me because I was just bringing this overwhelming positive attitude, and I was very focused and very clear about my objective no matter what I do in life.
I wish I had that. You know why? Because I was the seed of the spawn. My mother, my father, they would go back and forth. Like sometimes daddy would be, optimistic and be like, things are going to be great. It's going to be good. Look on the bright side of life. And my mom was like, nah, shit is not going to be great. You're never going to be successful.
and you wonder where you learned it from, right? It's all like embedding in your subconscious mind, and you don't even know it, right? Until it's too late, and you're like, oh crap!
Damn you, parents!
I gotta unlearn all this crap now and learn some new stuff, So yeah, attitude is everything, because when we can focus on the right attitude, we can create any world around us that we want to.
Right,
because
exactly.
all the fears, all the things that hold us back, all that crap is all linked to attitude.
Baggage.
It's all baggage.
It's all baggage,
It's all baggage,
But your attitude determines your altitude. You ever heard that quote?
Yeah.
That's a great quote, isn't it?
Yeah.
Attitude determines your altitude. Guys, can you type that in the chat? Can you actually type that in chat and just put your attitude determines your altitude? If you have a terrible attitude, and I'm just chiming in on this, Rich, if you don't mind me. If your attitude sucks, I mean, look at your results, look at your business, look at your life situation, look at the circumstances you're in. Do you even have a girlfriend or not? Or boyfriend, right? Are you still single? What's your fucking attitude? Get an attitude adjustment. Fix it. Fix it now.
Yeah. Anything in life.
Right.
I mean, you got to think about it. Like, now we can talk about dating now. When you go out there and you're in a dating scene, right? What's the dating scene now? Like online? So it is. That's how we met.
Yeah.
but it's attitude that really is attractive, right?
It's sexy.
It's sexy.
The right attitude
is sexy, and it's important for attraction. And we're talking attraction as far as your business.
Yeah, because people want to work with people who have a strong attitude, but more of posture. They gotta have that posture and that attitude.
Posture and people want to look at you like,
don't be an asshole.
People want to look at you like, what? This person's got a great attitude. They know where they're going. They know what they want in life.
Yeah.
People always want to follow people who know what they want in life and have the right attitude.
Yeah, but there are people with attitudes that put people down.
Right, but when you actually have the right attitude, if you have the right attitude, you know where you're going.
You do.
If you don't have the right attitude, you have no idea where you're going. You're just in the sea with no sail, like
you're drifting.
You're just drifting in
the ocean.
You're
just drifting.
Right? And you're trying to find that island and you ain't finding it.
Yeah.
Right? Because
exactly.
Your attitude is, you need a new attitude adjustment pretty much, right?
Right.
So attitude is really important when it comes to understanding how to attract the things that you want in your life.
Right.
Okay. It starts with philosophy, but once you have that philosophy, you have to have the right attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so important. Get that philosophy and start creating a new attitude. Be optimistic about what you want in your life.
Now, I'm going to piggyback a little bit here, Rich. I'm going to piggyback on the Bible because I'm an amateur on the Bible too, you know?
But I've been reading the Bible every day. I know.
I've been doing Bible study, with my son, So, but I will tell you that even God, actually talks about having the right attitude, right? He does. Yeah. Like what happened in the very beginning in Genesis, we talked about Cain and Abel, and the reason why there was, that's the first murder that ever happened in history.
Yeah.
But the problem is that, Abel was really great with what he was doing, but Cain was disgusted with his positive outlook and everything. And he was just like, I hate you. I'm so sick of you. I'm going to kill you. And the thing was, he kept talking to God and saying, oh, well, here's this offering. And God just said, God's a cool dude. And, whatever entity it is, universe, but God, I could see in the Bible, God is pretty cool about it. Because he's like, I like Abel. I like Cain. I mean, I like Abel because he comes to me pure and he doesn't feel like he's obligated to give. Like he wants to offer to me the offering with love and respect. Right. But you just kind of like, here you go. Cain just kind of throws it at him like, whatever, here you go. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to do an offering for you, God. Here you go. And he puts it on the rock and gives it to him. And God says, you have a terrible attitude.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense because, I remember, going to work and having a great attitude when I was at work. Because I knew where I was going, right? I knew the direction with the vision that I had. I said, I'm not going to be here long. I would tell people, I'm only here temporarily, right? I'm only going to be here temporarily. And I was so sure and so a matter of fact of what I wanted and the vision of how I saw myself be 100% free in my life. And I knew that no matter what kind of day somebody else was having, I still had my direction. I still had my focus. And why is it that I broke sales records in that company?
Yes.
Right. Best Buy. Okay. As Geek Squad.
At the job.
Yeah. Why? Because my attitude was in the right motion. All I wanted to do was serve the customers like nobody else is doing.
Yes.
I got in trouble for serving customers better than anybody else.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had people literally send me gifts. I'll come with a whole handful of stuff.
Wow.
Like, you remember? I was like, hey, what do you get this
I know,
week? You know?
yeah. And then like around the holidays, like Rich would come home and I'm like, hi, honey, I have dinner ready. Oh, by the way, I got some cookies. This lady baked them for me. I'm like, they're baking you cookies?
Baking me cookies? Yeah. Well, because why? Because I always gave them the right attitude.
Yeah.
Guys, did you know, I'm going to tell you a quick story on this, and this is really awesome, is that I met all walks of life, all different types of people, you know, being in Geek Squad and stuff like that for, you know, the services they were looking for. And I remember, you know, I would take care of the front counter when the computers would come up, and I would address the problem in 5 minutes or less. And I met like bankers, investors. I met like wealthy people because my attitude was on the positive level. My attitude was not pessimistic, was always optimistic.
Right.
That person can see that. And this is a story about this woman. This woman was amazing. She had a portfolio of just under $1 million on her laptop.
Wow.
And she was very protective of it.
Wow.
But guess what she told me? She gave me advice on investing. She opened up her portfolio to me and showed me her portfolio.
Wow, that's cool, man. That
like,
is
I
really
know what
cool.
she's invested in, right? Now, that's an awesome story because, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because your attitude, man, really, if you have the right perspective in life and have the right attitude,
right,
things will start showing up in your life that'll just surprise you.
Yes.
Right? Because nobody wants to be around somebody pessimistic, right?
Oh, no.
But if you have a freaking awesome, positive attitude, you know, you're optimistic, but like, man, that dude is just, or like girls, like, what's going on? I mean, oh my God, this person's like, they're so happy and they're so optimistic. And
see, I'd be like, I want to hang around with you more.
What is this person
doing?
doing?
I want some of that.
Yeah.
I want it to rub off on me.
This is why we were able to create massive success in our business.
Yes.
Because our attitude really is what changes the spectrum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of attitude, yesterday we actually took some time off and we actually were asked to speak on a podcast.
Yeah, we had a podcast yesterday, which was really cool.
That was really cool. Yeah.
So let's move on to the next one, guys. And once you have your attitude established, of course, with your philosophy.
Oh, you got to get into action.
We got to get into action.
Action is number 3.
Action is a really important element of success.
Yes.
And, you know, if you don't have the right philosophy and the right attitude, you're going to freeze and you're going to go like this. And you're not going to take action.
Exactly.
You're not going to do anything. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to do anything.
No, you're not.
You're going to be, and this is why the philosophy starts to change.
Yes.
Along with the attitude.
And I can relate to this.
Because if you don't have the right philosophy, you won't have the right attitude.
You won't.
And then what will happen is when it's time for you to take action, you won't take action because you have a pessimistic attitude.
Well, you think about those days, Rich, when we go way back to the days where I was being a knucklehead, right?
Oh, I don't want to ever go there. I don't want to go there.
I was a tough nut to crack.
I mean, this person, I say this person, because trust me, at the times it was this person. She was not easy to deal with.
Nope.
Okay. She was just put your feet up. I go to work. She wasn't even working. I said, let me take care of the job. You take care of the business. I'll tell you what to do.
It's so true, y'all. It's so true.
I would come home from work. And think about it, I'm working 12 hours. I'm coming home. And she's like this. What up? So what happened with the business? I didn't do nothing. I'm like, really? Okay, well, you know, you're going to have to go back to work, right?
Yep.
And it's going to happen. And it happened. And
it did happen.
She really woke up.
Yeah.
Now, what happened, guys? She didn't have the right philosophy.
Nope.
She had the wrong attitude.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And she definitely wasn't taking action.
I was not.
So I want. I'm laughing because Kevin Coach says, "Don't
go there, yo. We're going. He's going there. But it's cool though because you know what? This type of transparency is something that is so important to everyone. Listen, all of our listeners and our viewers. You know, when it comes to knowing the truth about success, you got to know the nitty gritty. You got to know the dirt.
Yes.
The nightmare. The stuff
that wasn't always like this.
It was not. No. It was not. And we want you to realize and be inspired by that. You know, like wow, damn, they did it like that. You know, and like they had to go through that, and I'm going through this specific problem, and I'm making a big deal of it. But here they are, worse off than me. You know, there's always somebody out there that's got worse problems than you.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's a given. But the thing is, having the wrong philosophy, not having the right attitude, will lead you to procrastination, which leads to inaction.
No action
at all. Right.
Yeah.
And then and in this industry, we know as internet marketing, action is everything. But what we believe is imperfect action is everything.
Yeah.
Imperfect action. Like, don't overthink it. Go do it anyway. fuck what anybody thinks, and just get it done. And we fight day and night from now. I even fight with that. I throw myself under the bus. I ain't stupid. I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm telling you, I went through that myself. Like when we launched Diamond Coaching, we went through that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Imperfect.
Yeah. Well,
imperfect.
Think about this, okay?
Yeah.
You got to ask yourself: is it better to act than to do nothing? Put it in the chat.
Good question.
Is it better to act than to do nothing?
Yeah. Put it in the chat.
There,
let me take a look over here and see if our listeners are participating.
I
love when they participate, right?
Mm-hmm. Is it better to act than to do nothing? Let me know in the chat, guys. Lindsay says, act. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, act. Act. But why is it that people actually do nothing? Or they might act for a little bit and then they'll stop and then do nothing.
Right.
And let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why this happens, okay? The reason why this happens, guys, is because when you're acting upon something and you're not seeing the instant gratification.
Oh, yeah.
It's giving your brain permission to do nothing.
It's true. It's so true.
Okay? It's giving your brain permission to actually do nothing.
Right.
Because you're used to doing nothing anyway. So when you are actually not getting the results and getting instant gratification, your brain's like, oh, come on, give yourself a break. Don't do anything.
The monkey brain.
It's not working.
The monkey brain.
So why
lazy.
spend time doing it?
Yeah.
But that is more damaging.
Yes.
Okay? That is more damaging than anything else.
Absolutely.
So it's always better to act than to do nothing. But unfortunately, most people do nothing.
Right. Also, you need to have a plan.
Gotta have a plan.
You gotta have a plan, but not just any plan. A specific, measurable, attainable, achievable plan. A smart plan. Yeah. Okay? Because if you don't, even though if you just have a good enough plan, it's not good enough.
But you can't have a plan without a vision.
You got to have that too.
A plan is nothing without vision.
Yeah, agreed.
That's one thing I've learned, man. You gotta have a vision.
Yes.
I mean, if you could taste it, then you can have it.
Yes.
And what I mean by tasting it,
I
mean in midair.
Right.
Can you taste it? Can you feel it?
Right. But this is something that I read in a book by Jeff Olson called Slight Edge.
Yep.
And he talked about this. He talked about, how you can have a plan, but don't get lost in the details.
Yeah.
Because most people who are successful in this industry, they don't get lost in the details. They just act on it, and they have a plan, and then they build. They build through.
They're just
exactly just like Jeff talked about in the book, where he talks about in NASA when they send a rocket to the moon, they're always off by specific calculations, and then it changes, and then it's good for a little bit, and then it has to change again because of gravity.
Exactly.
Right. So the same thing when it comes to building a business on the internet. Right. It's never ever like one way right. There is no rhyme or reason. It's just a matter of like when you do it and you're in that process, if something's working, great, but don't forget, be prepared. Something might change. Get ready to tweak it.
Exactly.
Get ready to tweak it. See, that's the thing. Like you can't get lost in the details because you don't know what is going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah. And what happens is we want to make it just perfect. Let's talk about vision for a second. We want to like make things perfect in our vision. It's got to be this way, and I got to have the brick house, and it's got to be layered a certain way. I got to have the front yard look like a S, or like the walkway has to look like an S. And the landscape's got to have this nice green grass. Can't have no dead grass. Got to have green grass. You know what I mean? And we get too picky about the vision.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
But it could be as simple as, where is it? Where's the location?
Yeah.
Let's say you want to move somewhere.
Right.
Where's the location? It could be that simple, right? It doesn't have to be, people say like, okay, well, you got to get very specific. Well, specific doesn't mean like being so nitpicky to the point that you just never get it going. Because if you get too picky, guess what happens? You're never going to get it going. You can be like, oh my God, it's just too impossible.
You're getting ready to get ready.
Yeah, never going to have that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Be specific in a way that like, okay, if I want to relocate somewhere, where's the location? Let me look at some property online. And if you pick the property, use that in your mind's eye to actually take action on that vision. Because knowing by the time you get to that point, that property will be gone.
Well, they say that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
It does.
It's all about the journey, not the destination.
Exactly.
Right. But you have to have a destation in place when you make a plan, because we all know that the journey towards success is not a fun trip.
And think about this. Like, let's talk about a vehicle, right?
Right.
People want a brand new car. Okay. or a brand new truck, whatever it is, whatever rocks your boat, right? Think about this. When you actually think about the vehicle, okay? Did you know that your vehicle could change over time? It can. I've had plenty of vehicles.
You sure have.
Like, I already want a Z01, right? My first mind's eye was like, I just want a Camaro.
A Camaro, right.
And I'm getting a 1SS.
He did, yeah.
Then I got a 2SS. Then I got a 2SS 1LE. Right? Now I got a Gladiator. Now I'm looking at a Z01. The point is, I made the first choice, and it was a Camaro. Wasn't the exact. I just went, took a test drive, and I just said I want a Camaro.
Right.
So I took that vision and I worked hard towards it to acquire it. Right.
Right.
And then from there, you could adjust. You got to start somewhere. Okay. Very important, guys.
Right.
You got to start somewhere when it comes to your vision.
Right. Our goals will keep us. Our goals will keep us, going forward. Amidst all the challenges, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you just set a plan in place. You understand where you're going as far as the destination, and don't worry about the little details.
Well, think about it. I mean, once you have it in your mind's eye, you know exactly what you want.
Right.
Not have to be like too specific. I mean, when I picked out the Camaro, I didn't go, I want my Camaro to be this color. I want it to have like stripes across the front. I want it to be a convertible. I didn't think that way. I just know I wanted a Camaro. I ended up with a Camaro with stripes.
Right.
A convertible, right? Because I adjusted as I was getting closer to acquiring what I put my mind's eye in the very beginning.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
I have the same.
It might not be a Camaro for you. It could be something else, but you got to start somewhere, because if you don't start somewhere,
right,
you're going to make excuses not to take action.
Right.
Which leads into the next thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about results.
Oh, let me take this one.
Okay,
let me take this one because results are the purpose of our actions. Okay. Everything strives from the very beginning. It comes from the results, not the money. It's the results, right?
Yeah.
So, the results are also the effect of our efforts and the opportunities that we could literally embrace, right? Because opportunities are boundless.
Oh, yeah.
They're everywhere, right? But in order to change those results, you need to change those things that you're working with, like the instruments, the tools, right? The actions, and you also got to change yourself if you want things to get better.
They boil down to the basic fundamentals. People could put, they could dress it up, make it look nice, make it look like this, or make it look like that. It still doesn't change the fact that you got to focus on the fundamentals.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
What are the fundamentals?
Your core values.
Your core values.
Right. Yes.
So let's talk about marketing, for example. Everybody's here for marketing, or you want to be here, right?
Right.
What are marketing fundamentals? Does anybody know? Put in the chat. What are the marketing fundamentals?
You got to think on this one, guys. Put in the chat.
What are the marketing fundamentals?
Come on, we want participation. This is hot
When it
seat.
comes to doing what we do as far as online marketing,
right,
selling an offer, what are the core fundamentals?
Exactly.
Let me know. I love what David Willen Toomey said. He goes, 4-wheel drive Land Rover. Now, that's cool. And you know what's funny? You'll put that in your mind's eye. You know exactly what you want. And when you get closer to getting it, it'll change. It'll be a Land Rover with maybe white one or blue one, or
the specs. Yeah,
the specs will change.
The specs will change.
The options will change. Right. It's always like that. It's always like that. So what are the fundamentals, guys, when it comes to marketing? Do you guys even know?
Oh, we got them thinking, Rich. We got them thinking. They're like, I got to think about this one. Yeah.
It's very simple.
Tracy Lee says, learn, do, teach.
That's a portion of it, but the basic fundamentals of what we do with marketing.
Think like a marketer.
Right? If you're an affiliate marketer, what are the core fundamentals of that marketing?
Right.
I'm going to keep it very simple. Product, price, promotion, and place.
Deborah Charles says creativity and communication. Dave Gibson says provide value.
These are like little things you guys are reaching these strings. You're like, yes. you're thinking too hard. Okay, I'm giving you guys a 30,000 foot view. Something very simple for you to, very basic, very simple for you guys to understand.
Yeah.
All right, let me break this down for you. You have an offer. After you have the offer, you promote the offer. As you promote the offer, you follow up. And that's how you make sales. Very simple. Why do you have to overcomplicate it? You know why you overcomplicate it? Because the industry is confusing you.
Yep.
It is confusing you beyond belief. You need an offer. You got to promote the offer. You got to follow up to make those sales with that offer.
Confusion breeds consumption, Rich.
So I want you to think about that for a second.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you could, provide value, and we can go down another rabbit hole on that one.
Yes.
But if we don't stick with the core fundamentals, we get lost.
Exactly.
I've always stick with the core fundamentals. I need an offer. I got to promote the offer.
Right.
And I got to follow up to make sales with that offer. You always hear the fortunes in the follow-up. See, those basic core fundamentals are what you should always be thinking about. Now, within those core fundamentals, there's more things added on to it.
Right.
But that's when the brain starts getting overwhelmed. That's why whenever you're learning all these different concepts that you guys are just, telling me, you're not going back to the core fundamentals. If you stick with the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, right, it's going to make a lot more sense to you. And you're always going to reflect back to the core fundamentals, and you'll be able to know where you're at. It's so easy to get overwhelmed, so confused, right? You want results, but everybody's overwhelming you and they're confusing you. And they're doing it on purpose.
That's the thing. That's what the industry is doing. There's a lot of gurus out there that are literally designing this stuff to confuse the marketplace.
Oh my God.
On purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
You can sell anything online if you stick with the core fundamentals. Let's talk about the offer. The offer specifically must convert.
I was going to say that. Reggie took the words right out of my mouth.
Here's the problem with a lot of systems.
Yes.
And I've been through many since 2008. Most systems do not test an offer before they hand it to you. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's testing the offer to see if it works? You are.
Guinea pigs.
You become the guinea pig.
Guinea pigs.
For the owner of these companies to find out if they work or not.
That's right.
Because they know by the masses, they can get data a lot faster. Which, if you think about it, it's a pretty smart move, huh? It's pretty slick.
You see, when you actually get in this industry and you stay in it long enough, you figure it out. You start learning some inside stuff that you didn't know.
Yeah. So now that you know that,
right?
What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep testing different offers and don't break the bank like they expect you to.
Exactly. Good point,
and
Rich.
keep most of the money in your pocket till you know what works.
It is all about
then
money.
You start scaling it up and get it out there.
That's right.
But you got to know what works.
Yes.
If not, you're just throwing money out the window. Think about that. It's kind of frustrating, isn't it? So after the offer, what else did I say, guys? Come on. I want to know if you guys are really paying attention. After the offer, what comes next? What's the next step, guys, after the offer? Once you have the offer, what's the next step?
Kevin Coe says test and follow through.
I think he said that before.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah. Promote. Thank you, Deborah.
All right, Deborah. Deborah Charles got
Deborah
it right.
Charles.
Promote.
Mrs. Charles. It sounds so classy. I love that. Or Miss Charles, right? But let me tell you something. She's spot on.
She is.
Promote. How can you get a result if you don't have the right offer and you're not promoting it? That means you're twirling your thumbs, hoping that you're going to get a result. Right? Am I making some sense here? Of course, it's common sense. But we lose all common sense when we're being confused and inundated with all these things all over the internet where we're like, well, where do I start? What do I do? Because you got to start with the basic core fundamentals. After promote, what's next? What's next? David Gibson said both of them. He said, promote, test, follow up with customer. Promote and follow up with customer. Follow customer, you're right.
Follow up.
You want to follow up. But before you follow up with a customer, you haven't made a sale yet. So what do? If you have an offer and you're promoting, what is the next step? after you promote the offer? What is the next step? Follow up. Follow up. Follow up is the key ingredient to making back-end sales.
It's a necessity.
It is an essential ingredient to your success.
It is absolutely. Yes.
You want results, right?
Yes.
You got to get out of your head.
Yes, absolutely.
Which leads me to the final this evening. Let's talk about lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we save the lifestyle for last because lifestyle is what everybody wants. Everybody wants that lifestyle, right? They want that freedom lifestyle. Let me tell you something about the freedom lifestyle, okay? It isn't what it's cracked up to be.
No, it's not.
Because regardless of where you are and what you do, you still have to work.
You still do.
You have to work your business.
Yes, you do.
And you have to learn what? What do we talk about today, guys?
Mm-hmm.
You want that lifestyle? What do we talk about today? We talked about philosophy, right? What's the next thing we talked about after philosophy? Number 2. What was number 2, guys? What was number 2?
What's the second one? See if you guys paying attention.
What was number 2? His name? Number 2.
Yes, Dave to me. All right.
Awesome.
Attitude. That's
Awesome.
right.
After attitude.
What's number 3?
What's number 3?
Come on, number 3.
What's number 3?
After attitude, number 2. What's number 3?
I think she's trying to type it. He probably did it on the phone and probably like Addie.
We know what he meant.
I know what he meant.
We know what he meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 3, guys. Number 3.
Action.
Yes, Dave to me. Action.
Exactly.
Action. Yes.
And now, what's the 4th one? What's the 4th one, guys? That we talked about. What's the 4th one? Everybody's like action, action. Yeah,
they're still on that one.
I know
yeah.
they're on action. Yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot of people here. This is good. Okay, what's the 4th one? After action, which is the 3rd, the 4th one is what?
The 4th one.
Awesome. Yes, results. Results is the 4th one. That's right.
And now we leave, we left you at lifestyle.
That's right. So lifestyle means doing ordinary stuff, basically in a civilized and refined manner. It proves our evolution and shows our personalities. It is about the way we dress, the cars we drive, the parties we attend. We see a lot of that in the industry. It's also about discovering a new way to give, ourselves, right? How do we contribute, how consistent we are in the lives of ourselves and also impactful in other people. But lifestyle is the result of living a spiritual life based on emotional values, right? Core values dealing with spiritual, emotional values. Not so much on the material stuff, really.
No.
Lifestyle is not about that. Although there are a lot of people that confuse the industry saying that it is material.
Yeah.
With the fancy cars and the things like that. They like to do that kind of thing. But me and you, we don't see that. We see more lifestyle more as a feeling, and it's more about freedom.
That's a very good point, because I remember, if I reflect back into my first big breakthrough, and it was 2009 of August. I don't know why August month just keeps popping out. It's my birthday month, but that's another breakthrough. And I remember in August, I remember my first breakthrough when I made my first big payment. Like, I got my first big, commission.
Yeah.
I remember it was like 20 grand in 5 weeks. And I was like, whoa. Right. But you think about, like, what would it feel like to actually earn a large, substantial amount of money in a short period of time? You think you would. I thought I was going to be jumping up and down and feeling excited, because we all think that we're like, woo, yeah, oh, woo. You get all pumped up and get excited. I got quiet, and I realized something. A huge weight lifted off my shoulders. I felt very light.
Yeah.
And for me, I look at lifestyle like that, because what it enables you to do is think a lot more clearly about what's possible.
Yes.
In your personal, spiritual life, and in professional life as well. Because you know when you have stress, when you have all these things about you,
yeah,
that's really hampering you,
it affects your
it
happiness.
affects your happiness.
It really does.
It affects all the things that hold you back
Yes.
from success. So that's why the challenge always comes up, you know, when your philosophy is screwed up and what we talked about today. It all connects together.
Right.
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 And the lifestyle is really all about you specifically on what makes you happy as a human being. Right? Like, what is it that you love to do? What is it that you enjoy about life? A lot of people can't really answer that question because a lot of people are miserable. Like, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Because they're in that state of philosophy. So how can they create a great lifestyle for themselves if they're not even there yet? So that's always a challenge, right? It's kind of like the bridge, right? You're like on one side of the bridge, you're trying to cross to the other side,
right,
and you can't.
No.
Because you're inundated with all these old philosophies and paradigms, and you're trying to cross the bridge and it's just keeping you stuck. Like, I can see it. I see other people do it. But why do I keep getting stuck? It's because all the things that are holding you back
Yes.
is what we've been talking about today.
Yes. Yes.
And if you want the lifestyle, you have to understand that you got to change first.
Right.
Because when the time comes, you're not going to know how to appreciate it, number one.
And you're not really present in the moment.
You're not present. You won't be present in the moment.
You won't.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was going to be all excited. I was like, oh, yeah. No. I was quiet, and it started making me think. I'm like, it's really a weird thing that happens.
It is weird because, you know, most lottery winners, right? They're the ones that actually have demonstrated this actual emotion.
Yeah.
And they'll go, $1 million. I won the Pick 6 Lotto. Yes.
They're
You
like,
know, they go crazy.
Right.
And then they, you know, do all these things. But in the very beginning, for us,
for your first breakthrough, you know, you might be surprised.
You'll be surprised that your reaction isn't the first reaction you thought it was going to be.
Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. As soon as the next paycheck came, I got real excited. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Up and down.
Another 20 grand. Oh, hell yeah. All right.
So, but my point is, we all want the lifestyle.
Right. Right.
But a lifestyle is all determined what brings you happiness.
Yes, agreed.
That's what matters.
Yes.
It's not somebody else's happiness.
No.
Like when you see, you know, like a marketing ad campaign, you know, oh God, I want a Lamborghini. That person's got a Lamborghini. I gotta have one. Just go rent one in Miami and make some videos.
Yeah, go rent one.
Right.
Yeah.
And say, look, I'm just doing this because I really enjoy myself. Not that I want you to buy from me, but if you want to buy, hey, it's right here. You get what I'm saying? Be you.
It's so true.
Be you.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's not your thing, don't do it.
That's
if
right.
your thing is saying, you know what, my lifestyle, like, you know, I like to be home.
Mm-hmm.
I like to call the shots. I like to know that I can wake up out of my bed and I could just be in my pajamas and you can't see below this line. I could be in my pajamas and you don't even know it.
That's right. Which I've done actually many a times.
We've done it too. I've done it too. So, but my point is like, that's what matters to you is what's important.
That's right.
That's truly the lifestyle, because that's your core values on what you love. And doesn't it matter what you love? Doesn't it matter what you want? We talked about this before.
You got to say to yourself, I deserve happiness too. You know, no matter who you're taking care of, could be, you know, you being a caregiver for a loved one or, you know, the kids, you know, some of us are parents out there. We kind of use kids as an excuse. I've heard this multiple times from a lot of mothers. Who say, you know, but my kids. I'm like, don't blame your unhappiness on your children. Your unhappiness is your fault because you're not in the present moment. You're too busy taking care of everybody else and you're forgetting about you. Hello. And those of you who are single out there and you're wondering, well, when am I going to meet my life partner? Take care of you first. Be in that moment and understand that you need to take care of you, love you first before you can love somebody else.
In order to really feel really good about yourselves, to really attract and really acquire the things in life that you want to acquire. And I don't mean material. I mean really, really dig deep in what really fulfills your soul and your heart.
Yes.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Like, I know what fulfills my soul and my heart.
Yes.
Okay? Mm-hmm. This is my lifestyle. So I want you to really dig deep and find out, because everybody says, "Oh, I want to be rich." Well, do you know what it like? Do you really know what it's like to be rich? You probably don't. You really don't.
You don't know.
So you have
don't
to
know.
start really thinking about
Mhm.
right now, how does it feel to be rich? Learn about what it feels like to be rich
Mhm.
from reading books like Jim Rohn, right? And then start to feel what it would feel like you feeling that emotion.
Mm.
What would you feel like? Does it scare you? Does it make you excited? Does it worry you? Right? You have to tap into that now before you do attract the wealth.
Exactly. Yes.
Case in point, you want to be happy, right? You have to think about being happy now before you become wealthy. If you're not happy now
Mm.
and you acquire wealth, you're still going to be a miserable old prick or a miserable old bat. It's just the way it's going to work.
It's true. You spot on.
It's just the way it's going to work.
Spot on. Ooh,
So
man.
learn right now
Yes.
how to become happy with yourself now before you acquire your riches.
Mm-hmm.
And when you understand that, you're ready to accept your riches.
You know, we talk about so many different topics on the hot seat. And,
Yeah.
you know, what I really find out when I look at the whole 30,000 foot view of all of this, the whole industry as a whole, it's not really about money. It's really not come down to that.
Right.
These vehicles, these systems, these programs that are
Yes.
designed to make money, to create income. Notice how they all focus on the philosophy.
Oh, the philosophy
The
is
philosophy
the
is
most
everything.
important part.
It's
Yeah.
the most important, but people forget that.
But the philosophy, it incorporates all the things we talked about today
Right.
because they link up
They
together.
do. They do.
Right. And that's what Jim Rohn was.
No matter what it is that you're selling,
Yeah.
no matter what program or opportunity you're part of, it all stems right there. If the mindset is not clean, reprogrammed, and rewired, that person will never understand true happiness.
Well, because that another hot seat, subconscious mind and conscious mind.
There we go. Yeah.
That's another hot seat because that'll keep you in your old paradigm.
It sure will.
Yeah.
This is great, guys. Are you guys getting
Yeah.
lots of value from tonight's hot seat? Let us know in the chat. And
Guys,
I guess, can we take questions?
Yeah, real quick though, guys,
Uh-huh.
we came up. You talked about diamond earlier, okay?
I did.
And diamond is something we put together that was really important and was needed in the marketplace. Like it was truly needed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I people wanted it because and my favorite part of diamond is the part that you do, and that's the mindfulness part. The mindfulness part is really the breakthrough
Yes.
to help you understand what we're talking about today.
Like I literally have clients crying
Yeah.
in a session.
Oh yeah.
I break them down.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
having breakthroughs.
They are.
They're becoming vulnerable. They're starting to understand
Yes.
what's been missing in their
Yeah,
life.
you gotta let that stuff, whatever it is inside, like that phase in diamond coaching
Yes.
is so critical
Yeah.
because those paradigms need to be broken. Those curses need to be broken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So guys, if you want to know more about like what we've actually helped people like with the transformations and
Mhm.
everything,
Before they start seeing
Um,
results, like, yeah.
yes, head on over to aceandrichcall.com.
Yes.
Okay. Take it to a page, fill it out, and schedule an appointment with us so we can get together and find out what would be the best path for you to move you forward in your journey of entrepreneurship. We help entrepreneurs get results online, period.
Absolutely.
That's what we do.
It really doesn't matter what you sell. If you don't get this part down and you don't invest into yourself
Yes.
and you don't invest into having, an actual mentor, okay, you're going to stay stuck, struggling and spinning your wheels for a very long time. And then you're going to wonder and regret it that you had the opportunity to do it for way less than what is being charged in the marketplace.
Yes.
And you'll be like, damn, Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very special, 12-week. Actually, we added an extra week, which is like a bonus week
Mhm.
For you to help you transform your life, your business, but more importantly, your mindset.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So head on over to aceandrichcall.com, fill out the form. It's a very short form. And you know what? If you are skeptical about what it is that we say and do and, who Ace and Rich is, if you never even met us, just read those testimonials. They are very, very inspiring
Yeah.
by our clients who actually invested into themselves and were in the same or similar boat like you are.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So guys, I want to thank you for being here with us today on this live. We're going to be doing more and more content like this because
I love it.
It really needs to be said, and people need to really hear the information when it comes to having breakthroughs in your life and in your business. So let's take some questions right now before we head out.
Yes.
Let's see here.
So what are your questions? Let us know in the chat. We have a chat here, live chat going on. Let us know your questions. Rich, on YouTube, do you have the live chat open?
No, actually, YouTube is unlisted because I have to do some editing.
Oh, okay, okay. So let's take a look here in the chat, Rich. Go ahead and scroll down.
Let's see here. Okay, let's go to the bottom. Let's see. Let me.
Kevin, I like to find a book about.
Well, actually, I was starting with David.
Oh, okay.
David says I got to go over that phase again. Yeah, it's huge, and it's actually it's been updated and modified as well.
It has.
So there's always something, and we always welcome you to come back and do phase 1 again. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
Once you're a diamond, you're always a diamond.
Okay, so Kevin Coe, he says I like to find a book about philosophy. Do you guys know of a good author?
Let's see right here.
Go up.
Where is it? I got 2 chemicals over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Choice and Wealth. Oh, author, guys, Freedom, Choice, Wealth. Do you know, guys, of good author, Freedom, Choice, Wealth? Find a book about philosophy. Okay, so a good book on philosophy, Rich. A good book on adjusting the philosophy. I already got one in mind, but
yeah, I mean, you could focus on the book that you're reading, The Slight Edge.
The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Yes. Yes.
But I highly recommend understanding what your mind is doing.
As a Man Thinketh, that's another one.
You know what I mean? Like,
As a Man Thinketh.
I think that the thing that, and I think I want to do this in the next hot seat, is what's happening to your mind. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not aware of what really is going on. Okay. It's only aware of what is, if that makes sense. Okay. It can be a little confusing, more psychological. So when you have a limited awareness of what's happening, right?
Yeah.
Your brain, your mind is defaulting to what is. We don't know what we don't want to know what is. We want to know what's real. Okay, that makes sense? Because what's real is like being unplugged from the matrix.
Right, red pill, blue pill. You got it.
So,
so he would have to go through that process.
Yeah, I recommend.
Yeah.
And I'll find it because I know I have it. They don't even have it on YouTube anymore, but I still have it on list. So I can give you a link. It's
Bob Proctor.
Bob Proctor, an original one years ago.
Yes.
Talks about the science of getting rich.
Oh yeah. We have that copy of it.
The philosophy was just off the charts.
Yeah. We'll actually get the video in your hands, Kevin, so you actually could watch that. That's better than any book you ever read.
Because that helped me when I was going through a real tough time. That really helped me also have a breakthrough.
Yes.
And he draws some visuals on the board, and he shows the mind, and he breaks down parts of the mind, what it does and why it does it.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And your awareness, how small it is, and it's I'm getting the chills just even talking about it. I get the goosebumps, right? So we're gonna definitely find that for you, Kevin, and I'll get that to you. Okay, you're gonna.
Aw, look what Warner says. That is so sweet.
Let's put Warner up
Warner says, "I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this call. It 100% resonates with me." Oh, it's our pleasure, Warner.
It's our pleasure.
It is our pleasure. You know, we give it straight. We make sure that we keep it real.
We give straight to the heart. From the heart.
If there's something that we aren't doing ourselves or something that happened in the past, we learn as a valuable lesson that is valuable enough to share with you so that you don't have to make the same mistakes like we did. By all means, pay attention and listen. You got to be all ears on the hot seat because there's so much golden bars that we bring here, right? I like what the podcaster said yesterday when he interviewed. Was like, "Gosh, you guys dropped a major golden bar." Golden bars.
I use those words too.
Yeah. You know, but that it's all about helping you. It's all about helping you open up your mind, transform your philosophy, get you into a better state of mind for your business so that you can produce in your business and get the results that you deserve. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, I like what David Williams said. Kevin, get any books on Jeffrey Combs? Jeffrey Combs is my coach that I
Jeffrey.
Been working with him, and he helped me out a lot immensely with my attitude. I had a weird attitude.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that it really benefited me a lot. And he has a lot of great books on procrastination, success, money, the art of asking, the psychology of asking, the psychology of prospecting. The list goes on and on, right? I mean, this man has amazing philosophies and more heart than talent. That was great. He actually had Jim Rohn on his CD because also Jeffrey is one of Jim Rohn's students.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
It's really cool. Yeah. So.
Here's one of our diamond coaching students right here, Bimpy, all the way from Spain. Bimpy says the slight edge is amazing.
It is. It is. The slight edge.
She's been reading it because she's a diamond, so you know they're supposed to read it for homework.
It's good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Kevin said, "Hey Ace, nice mic. Sounds real good."
Oh, I give all the thanks to over here, Rich. He's the one that's the tech guy. He knows what gadgets and things that we can use here.
Been, tweaking a few things around. That microphone that she's using is a microphone that I use on stage or during practice, screaming my guts out. You
mean I'm actually holding here and speaking through
microphone,
actual historical artifact?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
From your glory days,
And I got this mic.
Clip.
Yeah, I got this mic, so so we have separate mics. I'm gonna be doing some more adjusting on different sound cards. I'm working on that to make sure the levels are even the way they're supposed to and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She speaks in a different tone from I do, so I got to figure out how to adjust our levels and stuff like that. So far, so good though.
I do the best I can. I got that.
I
heard
the last recording of these two mics.
They sound really good.
Amazing.
They really do sound great. It's like a podcast. It really is awesome.
No, it is a podcast.
It is a podcast.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let me hide that and let me go over to some more comments that we have.
More comments are coming in.
Yep.
I haven't seen any questions, but not too many questions. But there's
Deborah says, Kevin, if you like, I can send you a link to a PDF. I have one of the Science of Getting Rich. Oh, please do.
Yeah.
I love when people come out and just offer help.
Is that the one with Wallace D. Wattles, Science of Getting Rich? That's the book, right?
That's the original.
Yeah, that's the original book by Wallace D. Wattles, the author.
And if you got that book and then you listen to the
Bob Proctor's Science of Getting, you'll see.
Oh my God. That's a double whammy.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
No doubt.
Joshua Nelson. Josh, hey.
Hey, what's up, man?
He's like, you guys are amazing. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Nice to have you here. Awesome.
And Kevin says, yeah, great. And then I think Dave Gibson says, yeah, can you send me the video of Bob Proctor, Science Getting Rich? Yes, Dave, I'll send that to you. So, Rich, make sure you take notes, okay?
Yeah.
We got 2 people that want that video, and we'll send it to them.
What I'll do is try to figure out a way that I could actually, I'll give it to you, then I'll have you distribute it out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
definitely. Okay, cool. Let's see. Any more questions?
I actually had my son, who is 14 now, watch that when he was like, 10?
You know what he's doing right now? Like without us even telling him anything.
A 10-year-old was watching Bob Proctor's Science of Getting Rich. Now listen to this one.
Jim Rohn too.
Yeah, Jim Rohn too.
When he was younger.
Like 5.
Yeah, he was going to school and they thought something was wrong with him.
Yeah, 5 years
old.
old.
Your son's talking about the birds are going to get some. What does that mean? It's like, you never heard of Jim Rohn? No. Really? Oh, you need help. Right? So, but now, check this out, guys. I go in there and like clockwork every day.
Yes.
He's listening to who. Guess who? Guess who? Can you guys guess? Can you guys guess? I don't know if I can hold it. I got to tell you. I'm going to say it. I can't wait. I was on a delay over here. He's listening to Bob Proctor. Science of Getting Rich.
Yeah.
And he's listening to some new stuff.
Yes.
And I'm like, where'd you get that from? I'm like, oh, I found it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, cool. But he's searching it out himself.
Yeah.
And he's listening to it on the daily.
And he's like the 3rd coach in the house. And I'll tell you, because we're coaches ourselves, we coach a lot of clients and stuff, but he's the one that, like, when me and Rich actually have a discussion about a specific topic, he always quotes Bob Proctor. Like, he knows the quotes.
He does.
He'll come out and be like, well, Mom and Dad, Bob Proctor said it best when he said, and I'm like, whoa, he's like 14 and he's talking like this, man. Yeah. That's an awesome thing to have when your child is actually started early.
He's giving us philosophy.
He's giving us philosophy too. It's like,
it's beautiful. It's
yeah.
Beautiful. Baby says, muchas gracias. I love you. Love you guys.
Oh, de nada.
De nada.
Yes, we are Latina.
Yeah. I'm not Latina. I'm Latino.
Latino.
You're Latina.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We're Spanish.
Yeah. Yes, we're Spanish.
Didn't know that? Now you know.
Yes.
Let me see here.
I always play with you too. I go, how did you? That just sounds kind of German.
No, that does. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Warner says, why not post these links in the group?
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will.
Oh, and our inner circle for all of you paid inner circle members. Absolutely. We could do that.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll do that.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. All right, guys. We're going to wrap this up. We're at 7:09. I'll take one last comment.
One last one. One last one. Then we got to go. We got a meeting.
Kevin Cole says, that's really awesome, Angel. All right. We'll let him know.
Yeah,
definitely.
We will let him know.
He's online streaming right now. He got his own YouTube channel.
Yes, he's playing Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah.
Cyberpunk or Minecraft. It's one of those. Sometimes he does
about,
it.
Like merchandise the other day. I'm like
yeah, he's talking about merch.
Yeah, he's talking about all this
He wants to be an affiliate.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love it.
Yeah. Awesome, guys.
Yeah, Mama will teach him.
Warner says, yeah, I know, right? Warner says,
Mama and Dad will teach him. Yeah.
Warner says, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you're welcome, Warner. It's always a pleasure to have you. I know you make a really big commitment to be here because your time zone is different. So you wake up early in the morning or you're here late at night.
Yeah.
And I know you made the commitment and I commend you for that.
And, Joshua says, I'm so sorry I jumped on the live really late, but what is the topic? Oh, the topic.
It's actually Jim Rohn.
Yeah.
We want to talk about mindset, the 5 key elements of life, the 5 key elements of life.
The 5 key elements of life.
Yeah. So let me just put that in the chat there so you guys can get it.
There you go.
There you go.
And we're giving you our perspective on it because a lot of this stuff is applying to what we do day in and day out as, full-time entrepreneurs and what we do at marketing online. And a lot of people, they like to learn the tactics, the strategies, and they want to get, make money really, really fast. But again, if you don't have these 5 key elements in order to become successful, then, what the hell, right? Like,
well, I mean, these are stuff I had to go through it like the worst time of my life. Right? I mean, so it's like, I love reflecting back and teaching you guys.
Yes.
Because these are the things that I really needed help because of having success, losing it all, and having to start all over from scratch, from the ground up. And psychologically, it was tough for me. But what helped me was Jim Rohn, Les Brown.
Yes.
Borrowing the minds from the greats.
Yes.
Kept me strong.
It really, really does. Because, we battle these internal demons that hold us back from our true selves.
Absolutely.
Some of us are still trying to find, some of us are still trying to find ourselves, and the business is just one vehicle, one way to find out who you truly are and what you're meant to become.
Yeah.
Because it's not about just the money. It's who you're going to become.
Yes. It's all about the journey.
Yes.
And the philosophies that you learn, the core values of your own person, your own being, because you just develop these great core values about yourself.
Right.
And it's just a beautiful thing. It's just an amazing thing. And I say to myself, why is it that school doesn't teach you that? It's because they don't want you to thrive.
They don't.
That's another thing we talk about.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
I'll bring my kid on that one. I'll bring Angel out here. My son. Yeah. He'll give you a whole talk or two about that.
I know, right? So, all right, guys, have a great weekend. And once again, thank you for being here with us on the live with Hot Seat, on the live with Asa Rich on Hot Seat, live at 6. All right. And I get, a little twisted because I'm used to 5. Live at 5.
I know.
It's live at 6 now, right?
Yeah.
So, or Asa Rich at 6.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that, your audience, your participation does not go unnoticed. We love you guys. We appreciate you every single time you're here. And we believe in you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep learning. Keep growing. Never quit. Never give up. Never surrender. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And just one more thing, there's a lot of negativity out in the online, space. So what you can do is do us a quick favor and share this actual recording, share it with people you care about that are in the industry. There's a struggling marketer out there who could really listen to this message. And if it really impacts them in a way that's positive, that will help them see the light, that there is a possibility for them to have success as long as they listen to the right people and are trained by the right people, they can get the results. So let them know about Ace and Rich. I mean, we really appreciate you spreading the word about the Hot Seat. We changed this time just so that we could reach more people people, and you asked for us to do this, and we listen, guys. We listen. So guess what? Definitely share this hot seat.
Why? Because
nobody teaches marketing like Ace and Rich.
I said digital.
You did the old one.
No one teaches marketing like Ace and Rich.
No one teaches marketing like Ace and Rich.
And love you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. List Building Mastery members. We will see you tomorrow.
Oh boy.
That's Saturday at 3 p.m.
I'm feeling better. I'm pumped and ready and excited for our List Building member class.
That's right. 3 p.m.
That's
Eastern
right.
Standard
LBMs.
Time.
We'll see you guys.
See the Inner Circle members on Monday as well.
Yes.
Love you guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you on a new one very soon. Bye now.
Take care. Have a great weekend. Love you guys.